my God. Hey y'all. I haven't seen you both in so long. But before we get into anything, have you both heard about Robert Pattinson and Suki Waterhouse's baby?
Wait, what? I completely forgot about them.
Yeah, they've been together for like more than 5 years at this point.
What? I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a very long time. I also didn't know that. Do you both remember his stalker?
What stalker?
Mm.
How have you? Okay, well, I would just talk about it a little bit. So, I think he was filming a movie in Spain back in, I think 2008. And during his time there, he didn't have anyone to talk to, so he was really lonely. And he noticed this girl that was like always outside of his place, like she was just always there, like stalking him. And then one time he was like so bored that he decided to talk to her and take her out on a date. But instead of like actually talking to her, he just ranted the whole time. And he was, I guess, complaining so much that she got annoyed and left.
That's wild. I mean, like that, like Loki reminds me of like my stalker, I guess you could say. So I was in a relationship like a couple of years ago, and it wasn't the most healthiest relationship. So we ended up breaking up, and I just continued my life. Gotta keep it moving. And I had family coming over, and it just so happens to be cousins that she's never met. So later on in that day, I found out she was hiding like in my neighborhood to keep an eye of like who was going in and out of my house so she could keep tabs on me. And the only reason I found out was because she started blowing up my phone, asking me like who's in my house, what are they doing there, why so long? And like mind you, I was just confused because I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, it turns out like she would stalk me every day to like know what's going on in my life.
Wait, that's wild. Those are signs of extreme jealousy.
Yeah, no, it was very wild. I mean, I started to feel unsafe, and like I just ended up telling my mom because I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, damn. I'm sorry about that. I mean, I'm glad you're okay now, but yeah, that ex definitely showed a lot of unhealthy jealousy. I mean, she had like the possessive behavior and she was like trying to always find out where you were.
Yeah, and like it was like now that I look back, like I remember like she would go through my phone all the time, and like I just didn't think anything of it at the time because I was happily in a relationship. But yeah,
Yeah. No, those are definitely some signs of unhealthy jealousy. And some people even become like really emotionally intense of how jealous they are, and they threaten to self-harm themselves due to that. They also become like extremely suspicious, and I think it can get pretty scary.
well, luckily it never got that far. But yeah, it was a pretty intense relationship because of her jealousy.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, while we're on the topic, I guess I have a question for you both. Do y'all consider yourself jealous people?
Yeah, I was even jealous of my sister, which I know is like unconventional, but she would constantly have my parents' attention and we would get around like the same grades in school, but she would always get praised more. And I think it was because she also did sports. But like my parents would always brag about her to their friends, and it definitely felt like they favored her over me.
Damn. Did you ever call them out for that?
Well, for a while I didn't, but then I realized I was fighting with my sister a lot because of it. And then over time, it just got too much. So then I talked to my parents about it, and then they told me that it was like never their intention to do that. And they apologized. So then I think after that conversation, things got better.
Yeah, that's really good that you talked it out with them. I think recognizing your jealousy is very important when it comes to the topic. And then I'm also glad that they recognized it as well.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty wild how like you could be jealous like in any situation, whether it's like with friends, siblings, or like partners and all that.
Yeah, it can happen to just about anyone.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even I've been jealous before. I don't think I know anyone that hasn't felt jealousy. Like in high school, my best friend at the time, they ended up getting a boyfriend and they would always hang out with them, and my best friend just slowly started not hanging out with me or spending as much time with me anymore. And then, like, even during passing periods, they were just always with their boyfriend. So we really drifted, and I felt really neglected. But then after a few months, I finally just decided to talk it out with them because at the end of the day, I just really did miss my best friend.
Yeah, I mean, adjusting to new relationships is hard, but I bet you both figured out a schedule that worked for you.
Yeah, eventually we did, but it was not really the same. We never were as close as we used to be.
Oh, I'm glad things still worked out for you and you feel better about the situation, even if you're like not as close to her.
Oh, I just realized I have not had my coffee today. Are you both down for coffee?
Yeah, I'm down.
Fine, let's go.